Hey y'all, I'm Carol with Free Spirit Arts. Welcome to my channel and thank you for coming to my channel. I am going to do What's in My Basket altered. What's in My basket is a hashtag from Tammy Vanentwerp. And she has a basket where she collects stuff, leftovers, and started projects and all things that we paper crafters do. I'm looking for my little flicker lighter. And so she invented What's in My Basket. And that's where she takes everything in her basket and makes sense of it. So she makes things out of what's in her basket or finishes it or whatever. But let's light a candle first. I'm afraid that this is just beyond help because it's just not working. Yeah. I may have to get a new one. I really like that one. Okay. Today I'm just going to light this candle to help me get centered. And pardon my wheeze, guys. I'll just take a little puff. Okay, like I was saying, I'm going to light this candle today to get centered and to get grounded because the project that I'm going to take on has been a real challenge. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to take a breath and I'm going to blow out all that angst and what could I call it? It's like, it's not frustration. Angst is the word that just I keep thinking of. So we'll use it. Okay, so let's take a breath in through the nose, out through pierced lips. Ready? Oh, okay. All right, as you guys know if you've been watching, I am attempting to take on making a spinner's journal. I'm a hand spinner and it's just a new idea that I thought of that I'd really like to do. One of many, you know, like all of us. I want to do a Bigfoot journal. I want to do my first horse journal. There's a lot of journals I want to do. And these are piled up because I started making the book and then I got really frustrated and disappointed in how it was coming along. Now since then, I piled it up, put it in timeout basically, and I just thought about it. And I think I may have some ideas that are going to help me. I'm going to leave this. I'm going to cover this. This is what bothers me, is this. So I think I'll cover it. And I'm also going to put some pages in here. And they'll need to be cut down and things. So and this one I had somewhere and tore it off. I think it was actually here. Anyway, this will be perfect because I'll just cut that off, and I want it short in height and in width. So I'll just mark that right now. I think that's a little shorter than I need. Well, it's okay like this. All right. So I'm doing a Deccan walk, which 3 weeks ago I didn't know what a Deccan walk was, and now I'm on the second week. Oh, thanks to Tammy and Tracy. Tracy is much more proficient at tarot cards than I am. So apparently my pencil mark is off just slightly. It's not going to matter as long as the cut is straight. Yeah, if you're into tarot cards, this Deck and Walk is pretty cool. This is, it breaks up the year basically into, that's not straight. I mean, I'm not a ruler, but I'm telling you, that's not straight. It's smaller down here. I don't think it's going to matter though, in the scheme of things. So what I'm thinking is that I will put a signature in here, and I'll either use cloth to bind because these, you know, we're not going to have that crease. I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't have an or. I was going to say or, but I really don't have an or. And I'm getting these grafted ones from this 49 Market that I got in a kit from Shannon at Mixed Media, Minnesota. And Shannon hasn't been doing videos for quite some time. We miss you. And I've reached out, but I haven't heard anything, so I don't know what's going on. But I hope everything's okay, and I hope she comes back soon. I need one that bends. This paper is a little darker than what I wanted for this book. I wanted it lighter, but it's what I have. Oh, I was gonna look. Let me just look real quick in my tea dye drawer and see if I do have any tea dye, because I might, and that would be awesome. Coffee dyed, tea dyed. But I think, oh, wow. I forgot I had that. Oh, that would be perfect. Yeah. Okay. Oh, I'm glad I thought of that. Yeah, this will be perfect because my idea is that the pages, now this is, it's not rice paper. And you can't see it, but you can, you guys can't, but I can. It's woven. I don't know what it is, actually. Actually, I don't know. Anyway, it's a little lighter, and you can still write on it. But I think, is that sound? Oh, yum. Let's cut one. I think this is all I have. I don't know what it is. Or where I got it. Total blank. So, let's get a ruler. I will get a ruler. This is my Angela ruler, courtesy of Angela. She sent it to me in Happy Mail, and I freaking love it. So we'll go right here. So it's 8.5 by 5 3/8, but let's move this, yeah. It is right on at 3/8, but I'm gonna go 5 1/4 because I want it to come in just slightly, as though this were like the cover or something. Let's do 3/8. Let's do 8.5 by 3/8 and see what it looks like. And then we can cut it down. I'm going to worry about this later. This looks like really good ephemera stuff. All right, so how long is this? Can I just cut it in half? 14 1/4. So that would be 7 1/8, right? If I did it in half, and that wouldn't be near enough. So we're gonna do. Well, wait. How wide is it? It is 10 1/4. So I think what I'm going to do is fold it in half, because it won't fit on my cutter. So I'm going to fold it in half and cut this off. That way I'm only going to lose 2 inches. I don't know what I'm doing, y'all. No idea. So 8 1/2, and I am going to do 8 1/2. So it is going to be the same height. What? Have to have the blade. It doesn't work well at all without the blade. 8 1/2. Ooh. Bummer, it's not going to cut it. That's alright, I can do it with my scissors. I think I still remember how to cut with scissors. Bummer. Well, shoot. Well, that's okay. It's done. It's just done. So I'll just cut right on the very edge of it. It's going to end up being 8 1/4 or something, but lesson learned, I know now. And what I say, 5 1/4, so that's 10 1/2. So we'll be right about, oh, my cutting is terrible. 10 1/2, right there. Let's use let's use this so I can get a straight line. That sure doesn't look right to me. Is that 10 1/2? No. 10 1/2 is right here. Yeah, it didn't look right to me. Oh my gosh. Line it up. Ten 1/2. Is right here. Now, draw the straight line. Doug is out raking the little flower bed by the door. If you've seen any of my videos where I go out and walk around, we don't have a yard. We have cement, blacktop and concrete around where you drive in. It's a really strange driveway. And then we have gravel on the side of the house all the way to Doug's shop. That's going to be really good for ephemera. But there is a little flower bed right kind of by the door. And it grows the prettiest flowers. I don't know what they are, but I like them. And they bloom all summer. Oh, that's perfect. Even cut off, it's perfect. All right, so now I have a template. So where's my paper? It's not straight, that's why. We're not going for exact. That is a not happener. But I am going to make it a little bit so that's right on. I'm going to go just slightly over. Just slightly. Just to make up for what I cut off. Oh, that's height. Never mind. Just kidding. The height was fine. It's... Oh, no, it wasn't. So this is the line we want. This was fine. The only thing, in my opinion, whoops, the only thing more boring than watching somebody measure is measuring. I know not everybody feels that way. I know that. But I do. It's like watching, you know, your math professor. That's why I couldn't get it. Because well, basically because I don't care. It just isn't, it didn't, the appreciation for having that exact line it never turned me on. But I do have a lot of friends that sew and do other things, and boy, being able to measure and not being intimidated by measuring really pays off in a lot of ways when you're doing a lot of different things. This one's a little, oh no, it's okay. All right, so I'm going to cut it in half. And then we're going to get our template. I don't know if I'm concerned about the lines either, because I have an idea that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna do on the edges. Oops. This is not holding together very well. So Tammy Van Antwerp has a channel, and it is called Tammy Van Antwerp. And you'll know she has 2 channels. One of them she's not using. So you'll need to go to the one that she's using. And it has a picture of her and her daughter. So how many pages? 1, 2, 3, 4, should be 6. Okay. I wonder if we should do 6 or 8. It's not very thick. See, we've only got 1/4 of an inch. And by the time I put in things, oh yeah, that's going to be great. I don't know who I'm trying to convince, but yeah, this paper goes a lot better than this, I think. So I do think that I will just tea dye some paper. That was my original plan, but I got sidetracked. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is, this will have, let me grab them and I'll show you. This will have, like, for instance, maybe a pocket and maybe some graph up here, or look at that, isn't it gorgeous? I just love 49 Market paper. I could put something like that up there with maybe a little card tucked or something, and do this on every page. I want writing for sure, because my idea is that they will put these little not thimble, bobbins that I make out of craft paper for the yarn, and you can wrap the yarn on them, so that'll be in here. I wish there was a way that I could get this to be not sticky, so you could stick someone's business card or a little note, but I could do that actually. Oh look, notes. Voila. So maybe instead of using this, I will use this. Yeah, so maybe I will kind of go like, this is going to be this page. And so on. And so so I don't need very many pages, because I'm going to add, you know, quite a bit of stuff. That actually would be great. I really like that. And I think I'm going to sew the signature in before I do that, so that I know that I can turn all the pages and they lay flat, because that's going to be critical. It's so hard to write in a journal when the pages are lifted up. So I think I'm going to do that. And before I do that, I need to pick something to go over that ugly stuff. That is definitely an option. Oh, this one's a better option. I like that light. Do I have a longer one? That's pretty, but it's too, I don't know, we'll look. Might be too thick, that's what I was thinking. I definitely need to look in here before I go looking anywhere else. I love this stuff, but I don't know about the pink. This is really cool. This little bin here smells really good. don't know why. This would be pretty. I don't know if there's enough. Yeah, this is a pretty color. If I were to do this page, that would go. Yeah. But does it cover it? It's very light, and that's great. It does cover it. Okay, well, that solved that problem. Or idea, or whatever. So I love grunge. Those of you who know me know that. It's really hard for me not to do grunge. Because, and that's how I spin too. I spin in a more organic way. Lumps and bumps. I like it thick. I like it really, oh, sorry guys, that's my phone. Oh shoot, this isn't going to tear very well. It's not going to cut very well either. Okay. Let me turn my phone off. Doug's going in and out. Jaja is recovering. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh. Tina, get ready. Our other dog, Gus, y'all were with me last summer. Let's see. Now, I can't do much with this hinge. It needs this hinge. So, I'm going to have to sew it, my signature, kind of right on the hinge, which is going to be kind of tricky because it's going to naturally go to one side. Anyway, Gus had to have his teeth cleaned. Gus passed away last year, but he had to have his teeth cleaned, and we took him in and brought him home, and oh my gosh, he bawled and bawled and bawled. It was just heart-wrenching to think that you knew that he was so upset, and there's just, you just can't soothe him. Well, yesterday, Jaja had to go in and get her teeth cleaned, and she also had to have some little tumors removed from the inside of her eyelid, both eyes, one on the top, one on the bottom. And we picked her up, and she was whining, she was medicated, she was confused. Okay, that, you kind of know that going in. Oh my gosh, you guys, she cried and cried and cried all night. It wasn't until about 3:30, 4 o'clock that she finally, oh yeah, that'll be great. I'm not going to grunge that up. Normally, I would. But I think this will look fine there with all the stuff on it. Please tell me I'm right. And then I have a lot of these papers, so, I can put a pocket right there or whatever. Oh, I can use this one that we cut too, so that's actually 8 pages. I know this is tissue paper, but I just don't remember where I got it or if I have more. And I'm selling ledger paper. I have that great big book that's a county records thing. I'm going to sell pages of that, and I'm going to sell pages of my great big, I think it's 16-inch or something, ledger paper, if anybody needs some. All right. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do now. So that, if I go this side of this hinge, it'll be great. Okay. And I don't know how many pages I have of this stuff. Gosh, if I could do the whole book, it would be great. I don't have enough. 1, 2, gosh, 3 is all. Wow. I think I'll take this over and iron it because I think it'll just be more manageable. But I'm not going to do that with you guys. But I will get all my binding stuff out and bind that. And then what about when Tammy does what's in my basket, she ends up really neat and tidy piles, and her basket is depleted of whatever. Not me. You guys can't see it. Maybe I can get you to see it. Let's see. But I have these huge piles. Yeah, they're not getting smaller, they're getting bigger. But it's okay, I'm making progress. Now this, first of all, I made this accordion hinged so they would lay flat. I didn't want, these are only like 5.5 by 8 or something. They're these. They're single sheets. So I had to have a way of binding them all together. Now, how do I get them in here? Well, I'm seriously thinking of making this a hidden spine and using fabric. I don't really care if it matches this. Doesn't matter to me. This is gorgeous, but it's more an outside thing. This is a bedspread, a vintage bedspread that I bought at an estate sale, and I cut it up. But I'm thinking that I need something that's kind of neutral, and it's got to cover that whole spine, because unless I stretch this out, I could stretch it out and use this as the second signature, and that's all. And then on these hinges, I can put paper. I don't have any of that cut, but it would hook right here. So you'd have paper, and then let's see, my husband's texting me, and he knows I'm filming, so he must need something. Okay, so I could do that. And instead of having two things, I could just have one if I stretch this out. That is not a bad idea, actually. Grandma. That would leave me room for a pen holder. I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I can stretch it like that far. I could flatten it out, but I don't know if I did that, will they still lay flat? I don't know, because see, it pulls. And I'm thinking if it was glued down flat, it's going to stand straight up. It's not going to lay flat. Yeah, that's not going to happen. What I have done before is take the fabric and weave it in and out, and then leave a section on each side and glue the section down. And I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Or I could glue these down. Glue this down here and this down here. And then I would have 3 pages right here. So that would take up this whole signature. I don't know if I like that idea. This would be a pocket probably. If these were glued down, these still flip. And if I had a page, it would go like right here. So it would lay down flat too, right? Well, I think I need to get the pages glued in to find out, which means I have to do some tea dyeing. So do you guys see my dilemma? I may have to just disregard this whole thing. And I have to, if I use it over here, I have to cut some off, because if I put it here as these, where are you? Lay down, they hang over. If I move it more center, they don't. That's a lot of pages though. And if I put really pretty pages in there also, it's going to be a lot. And I'll still have this. Okay, well, I got some ciphering to do. That is going to be my contribution to, oh my gosh, I just thought of something. Oh my stars. What if I did this? What if I left the accordion out here? Oh my gosh. Now I'd have to cut it down, so let's pretend it's cutted down. Cutted. Let's pretend it's cutted down. Because it's hanging over. Can you guys see that? So it would be more like that. And then it would lay like that. Oh my stars. And I would still have room right here. I could put a booklet in there. I think that maybe we're onto something. So this page would be glued down, and it would be a big pocket or a side pocket, probably a side pocket, depending on what else is here. Oh my gosh, yeah, I need to do that. All right, I need to get some other signatures made, so I need to tea dye some paper. So really, I mean, it doesn't probably seem like I got a lot done for what's in my basket, but I actually did, because I've just been stalled on this book, and now I have some way to move forward. Nothing is concrete, but I don't care about that. What I care about is that I'm moving forward. So I like that idea. I think I'll make the signatures and let go and get them in, and that will give me some, then I can really move things around and make decisions about whether I like it or not. And I love the lap book style. So yeah, there's just, you can change it in so many ways. So I like that idea. I love this paper, Shannon, but it's too dark for this project. Okay, I'm gonna go iron this. I'm gonna tea dye some. I'm gonna see if I can find some more of this, even though I know I don't have any. I don't know where I got this. I don't think I bought it. I mean, like off of Amazon or anything. I probably did buy it, but I don't think I bought it off of Amazon. I don't think. Jeez, maybe I did. Alright guys, that's my video. I haven't been here for a couple days. Got a lot going on. I miss you guys, so it's fun getting up in my room. I really enjoy the time that I have. Alright guys, let's all take care of each other. Please, let's all take care of each other. Bye.